Hey guys, what is up? It is Mary with Mary Breuer Photos, and I am here today with the DOUGH Shop. We are so excited to introduce you to these two ladies. It's another mother-daughter duo. I wanted to do two of them this month in April just to kind of start celebrating Mother's Day, and because I didn't know there were so many places that were owned by mother and daughters in this area. So today, the DOUGH Shop here is an edible cookie dough shop that you can come and actually eat this cookie dough, and I am joined here today by the owners, both Shannon and Caitlin. So Shannon and Caitlin, welcome to my podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So let's dig right in. What inspired you to open your business?
So we fell in love with the idea of edible cookie dough, and we thought Green Bay could really use something like this. Our motivation revolved around being the good in our area and our community, and we've just been completely encouraged by how the Lord has been using us and working in us in order to do just that in the area.
That's awesome. Okay, so before we go on, when you find, with the other part of the interview, I like to go off script a little bit just because it's me. But I asked them this question, and I want you guys to all hear the answer, because some people think edible cookie dough and start thinking, oh my gosh, salmonella, what the heck? So tell me some ways that you guys, why this is actually edible. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, so we use pasteurized eggs. Pasteurized eggs are eggs that are rapidly boiled and then rapidly cooled, so they still stay in the liquid form, but that removes the risk of salmonella and other bacteria. The other thing that you need to use, a lot of people don't know about, is heat-treated flour. And heat-treated flour is essentially flour that's been baked. The flour that we use is actually flour that's been tested to make sure that it's still safe to be used and as cookie dough.
That's awesome. And can you actually come to the shop, grab cookie dough, and let's say you're like, cookie dough is not my thing, but I love cookies, and you want to bake them. Can you actually take the dough and bake it?
Yes, that's why we chose to use the pasteurized eggs. We wanted that homemade taste, but something that you could actually bake. So we wanted to market both of that. There's just some people that don't like dough, but they love cookies, so you can bake all of our dough.
That's awesome. They have a fridge full here, ready to go, by the way. It's completely stocked with baking directions and everything, so you can always stop in and grab some, especially if you have an event or you're a mom and you're busy and you don't have time to be working in the kitchen.
Yeah, we had customers at Christmas time that would go and get different flavors of dough for their cookie exchange, so it worked out perfectly for them.
Yes, so take note now. It looks like Christmas.
It's hard to believe.
When did you guys officially open up for business?
We opened November 9th, 2017, so just over 5 months.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And you guys already have 5,000 followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram is sitting at
over 1,000.
Over 1,000. That's incredible that you guys are just, it's exploded.
It has. So far that we are so much explosion that we are ahead of schedule on different things, so we are launching a food truck next month, and that wasn't until next year, so
that's awesome.
It's been exciting.
And so tell me, where do you envision this food truck being?
We'll start off at the farmers market. We will be in the De Pere, Howard, and Green Bay, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. You can check us out there, and then we'll be at different events. We're at Life Fest. We're going to be doing an event with iHeartWorld. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Awesome. So what do you do that has impact on your customers and your clients?
I believe that we have a positive impact on our customers every day because we're striving to be the good. We show up to work, and I think our customers are able to see that and appreciate that. We're always getting good feedback on Facebook of how customers felt that the employees were really friendly and able to help them get the cookie dough they wanted, and just, yeah. I'm not good at coming up with the words to not looking, so.
That's okay.
Our tip jar is another thing that has a positive impact. Every month it goes to a different nonprofit that's in our area, so it's local, so people know where the money is going. And our customers are just very giving and willing to continue to participate in our small outreach. So I think it's been amazing just to see how we are having that positive impact and how it's just being used to encourage others to serve.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I always ask people to tell us about a failure or two, or something that has taught you a lesson or something valuable, and I see that you weren't sure what to put there. But this doesn't have to be something, because I do have business owners that I work with all the time, and I think as, business to business owner, there's certain things where you're like, oh, well, that was a learning lesson, and you guys are still in your baby phase, so maybe that's kind of where you're like, well, we're not really sure yet.
Yeah, we haven't been. I mean, everything, I think just trying to figure out how much dough, that's our biggest question. Like, okay, how is this going to work out? How about this weekend? And each weekend is different. There's no consistency, because we can't look back at last year's numbers, and one month is different from another month. So the one thing that we've learned is just that, it's out of our hands. We can just do the best that we can, and we've only run out of dough a couple times, so we just make sure we don't do that.
Yeah. Well, and this is, you're a seasoned business owner.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't your first rodeo.
No.
So I think that helps too.
Yeah, this is it, but it's a little bit different, because it's more retail, whereas our other shop is all web-based, so it's a little different that way. But and it's been adjusting to getting employees. Our employees from our other business are all family. We just do it out of our home, and this is actually having employees and making sure they come to work and they show up, and training. I think that would probably be our biggest, is just training, because not all employees are the same. They're not all going to be outgoing, and they're not all going to be that way, and so you have to work with them. And some of these are younger kids, and you have to get them to get to that point where it's okay to greet people and to talk to people, and the one thing that we always say is, well, what if it was you, so that's, I think, probably been our biggest struggle, is just working through different employees.
Yeah. Well, and that's exactly right, because everybody's different. Yep. So, and you guys have never actually had to experience having employees versus being your family and being like, hey, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And just saying, knock it off. Go to bed.
Yes. And I think if you can chime in a little bit, Caitlin, and tell people like what your background is, and because I think that's really something cool, as far as, like what you went to school for. Yeah.
Well, I actually attended the French pastry school in downtown Chicago. It was just a short 6-month program. I graduated from that December 2016, I think, which I had just graduated May 2016 from high school. So I'm very young and I'm done with school, so what am I supposed to do? So I started working, and then I now run a small business with my mom, so it's just crazy to see how the Lord has been working in our lives and just the different directions He's led us. And I never would have thought I'd be where I am today. I would have thought 10 years from now maybe I'd be running a business, but so learning, I think, as far as like it wasn't really a setback, but it's just learning how to develop and grow being so young, and owning a business, and just learning the different things from that's been a learning experience. And then also how it's affected like our mom-daughter relationship.
I was just going to ask about that. How has that been affected since this has taken off?
It, to be honest, isn't like we've always been very close, but I think it's definitely put a different strain on it. We have a bit more arguments than we used to, and that's just because
we spend so much time together.
Yeah, we're always together, so that's been difficult in a sense, but we work through it together. So
well, it's good. It's good.
Well,
it's good to have
that. You're not going to get rid of them, so it's not like you can just
you're fired.
It doesn't work that way.
No, you're fired. No, you're fired.
I think the biggest struggle for her, though, is just because she is so young. Sometimes she doesn't take that. I can command a presence because I'm mom, and I just have more of that presence, that boldness, and so I think some of our employees don't see that with her. And that was one thing that when we did our interview, and like, she is your boss. Yes, she is 20, and yes, she's my daughter, but she's your boss. And so I think that would probably be a struggle that has been having someone so young, but she's done an amazing job and works with them, and she's really good at what she does.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Aww. Okay, so my iPad died, which means your script is gone. But good thing is I have it up here, and I think you guys, honestly, this is supposed to be really like laid back and just, just a nice casual conversation. So the other thing I asked, and you guys already kind of went into it a little bit, was just about those tips. Like I said, I do, and you can speak, from a mother-daughter perspective if you want to, or you can take it from a business perspective. But what are some things that you could tell? A lot of my business, or a lot of people that come to my business, are women. So I think that's something that's really important to me, and why I wanted to do this interview with you guys is because of that mother-daughter relationship. And you guys already kind of worked through it. What are some other things that you guys have learned about each other, maybe that you didn't know before, now that you're in this business together?
I don't think I learned anything new about
I
it.
think the one thing I've learned with her is that I can just make decisions quick and, okay, this is how it's got to be. She has to
You didn't
digest
know I
it.
second guessed myself?
No, you need to digest it. Like, this is, like, for the food truck, she's like, I don't think we should do that. That's 3 days a week. And I was like, yeah, but this is what we want to do. This is our business. And she had to process it, so she has to process things. The other thing is she is such a gift of being she can be on the spot doing an interview or taking a picture, and she's so good at it, but because she's only 20, she doesn't realize that, and she would rather, well, that's something that you should do. Or when we had this meeting for Lights of Christmas, I was like, you need to do this, you need to go, and you need to represent us. And she's like, this is something you should do, that you would do. And I want her to have that experience, so I kind of push her a little bit too much sometimes. I think she doesn't like it, but no. But she does an amazing job. So that is the one thing that she can handle herself under pressure. She might not think she can, but she totally can.
Yeah. Aw. See, insert eye roll. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, so you guys are busy. We mistakenly left the door unlocked for like 2 seconds, and people were trying to get in here because they saw it's always happens every time I go to a business and do this. Like, people are flooding it, and they're like, we're doing a photo shoot.
Most people know that we're closed on Monday, so it must someone been new, but it's okay.
Yeah, so tell me about some events that you guys are going to be doing that are coming up in the next few weeks that people should look out for. Again, you guys are going to be hearing this on April 28th. Yeah. We're doing this a little ahead of time, but I just wanted you to shout out anything that's happening coming up after that.
Actually, April 29th, we're at 10th Avenue North concert. We've kind of joined forces with Top Gear Promotions.
No, that's the 28th.
Oh, so it's
Yeah, because we're at the
same day, right now.
Same day. Yeah, there you go.
Today.
Today. So we have that. So we'll be handing out samples. We'll be at the John Chris Comedy Shows handing out samples for that.
On May 20th.
May 20th. Yep. We have, I can't even think, Make-A-Wish, Gourmet Wishes, their big fundraiser in June we'll be doing. We have the farmers markets coming up in May and June. That'll be fun. Life Fest we have coming up in July.
Just all over.
Quite a few. We're busy.
Yeah. And you guys do some pop-up shops in here too for some local businesses. Tell me about that a little bit. What are some business-to-business networking things that you've done in the past and are going to maybe be doing?
Well, we've done quite a few things with Happily Ever After, the animals, no-kill animal sanctuary. We're going to be doing, they have their customer appreciation coming up, and so we're doing stuff with that for their volunteers, I should say, and their customers. Then we have a pop-up shop coming up for the 29th of April, so tomorrow, for some locally owned, women-owned businesses. So that'll be fun. We have 4 different businesses coming for that. In May 4th, we have Darth Vader here.
May the 4th, everybody.
May the 4th be with you.
That's right.
I can't say that without saying it like that.
That's what it's supposed to be. May the 4th.
Yeah, May the 4th be with Lathu.
So that's a big fundraiser for Ben's Wish. That's our May tip jar. You can come in and get a picture with a legit Darth Vader. It's not just a costume that we just got from Walmart or whatever. It's like rented it, and we got a 6'4" guy in it.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually Darth Vader, Mom.
Oh, that's right.
It's Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's coming.
Tell
So that's a big fundraiser for, you can get your picture taken. Just bring a nonprofit, one per person, or just donate $5. Non-perishable.
Non-perishable food item.
Bring an entire nonprofit with you.
That's right.
They'll take that too. As long as you're buying all the dough.
That's right. So, and all those funds will go to Ben's Wish, which is a local nonprofit that helps to preventing starvation, especially in school age kids. They work with social workers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So where can people find you other than coming in here? Like how can they have a little bit in joining in on the experience? Shout out some of your social media stuff, a way that they can contact you.
So they can contact us through Facebook or Instagram. We'll have our website up and running by May 9th, hopefully. That'll be our 6-month anniversary. It's kind of our kickoff. So you can get us through there. Actually, nobody knows this. I'm not sure the day. I think it's May 2nd.